Hello and welcome everyone, Arachîr here, and today I've got a brand new faction vote for you guys for my next Third Age Total War series. We're using the Divide and Conquer submod once again, but this time I'll be using the latest version, 4.5. Previously for my Dolamral series I was using version 3.0. See, it's been a lot of changes between 3.0 and 4.5, so I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in, checking out the new units, the new effects, events, mechanics, and things like that. If you know some of the cool new stuff in 4.5, then let me know down in the comment section what you're most looking forward to seeing. I asked you guys a little while back in my Dolamral series to give me your top 4 factions you'd like to see included in my next faction vote poll. Obviously, I've taken those into account, plus my own preferences for factions that I'd like to let's play next, and I've come up with the following list. Linked in the description and pinned to the top comment section, you'll find a link to Straw Poll. That is the place to vote for this series. Nowhere else. Don't comment to make a vote. Obviously, comment to let me know about new features and things like that. That stuff you're excited about. Feel free to comment to tell me what you voted for, but make sure you click that Straw Poll link, and that is where you submit your vote for this upcoming series. Also, should say, if one of the factions you wanted to see either doesn't win the poll that you voted for, or isn't even on the poll, it was something else entirely and hasn't made it into this sort of short list of 4 factions, then fear not, because I'm going to be continuing to do Third Age and Divide and Conquer series for the foreseeable future. You know, I want to keep on doing these campaigns. I really enjoy Third Age and Divide and Conquer, so if it didn't make it in this time to the shortlist, fear not. Probably a good chance it'll make it in next time. And obviously, if your faction doesn't win the poll, if it was one of the ones that's in this list of 4, then fear not, because there's a chance that I will end up covering it at some point. So, without further ado, the 4 factions that are on the shortlist for you guys to vote on are Angmar. Then we've got the High Elves, which are a combination of 2 previous factions that were in the game, Rivendell and the Elves of Linden. So they've been merged into one faction, just called the High Elves now. Then, because so many of you guys were asking for them, we take a look at them. Easterlings of Run are option 3. And then finally, option 4, the Dwarves of Ered Lund. Now, apparently they have a really cool, unique script and series of events in 4.5. I'm honestly happy with any of these factions, though. So again, Angmar, High Elves, Ered Lund, or Run. Now, 3 of those factions are all fairly close together. Angmar, Dwarves of Ered Lund, and the High Elves. So, yeah, could be... I mean, we'll be coming up against the other factions up there if one of those is picked. If Run wins, then, well, we'll be sweeping west, and possibly we might make it up all the way to the northwest of the map. I guess we'll see what their objectives are. In fact, we can see here right now, 40 regions. Basically got to annihilate Dorwinion, Dale, Dwarves for Erebor. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be focusing on this side with Run. But yeah, that's your option. So that's for them. Let's take a look at Angmar's objectives, actually. We'll go through all of the objectives. For Angmar, we've got to take out Breland and Northern Dúnedain and the High Elves. So yeah, it'll be control all of the north, basically. Ered Lund is eliminate Goblins of Moria, Orcs of Gundabad, and Remnants of Angmar. Okay, that'll be fun because you'll go down the spine of the mountains there. Cool. And then for High Elves, you've got to eliminate Mordor and Isengard. So, okay, the High Elves, they're going to carve a bloody path sort of southeast and then east to Mordor and go through Isengard. So that'd be quite interesting then. You'll quite have a variety of foes to face with the High Elves. I guess the same could be said, though, with Run. And then Angmar and Ered Lund sort of bashing at one another to control the north. So, yes. Those are your options: Angmar, High Elves, Run, or Dwarves of Ered Lund. Go and vote via that straw poll, then feel free to come back, comment, let me know who you voted for if you want to, and if you're versed in the new features and mechanics of 4.5. Anything you think I should know, give sort of a heads up before I go into this campaign of 4.5, then feel free to let me know down in the comment section. The vote will go on until Sunday night, so the 14th of June. The winner will be announced on the channel's community tab on Monday the 15th of June, and then the series will probably start a week or so later. The reason why there's a delay between the poll ending and the series starting is because, obviously, if you've seen any of my series for the past year or so now, I've been getting H for Havoc, another fantastic Total War and strategy YouTuber, to create custom intros to each of my series. So I'll need to go to him and say, Havoc, This is the faction that's won the poll. I need an intro and I need a thumbnail. Hopefully he'll be able to get that done in a week for me. He's normally pretty fast at doing this sort of stuff, but obviously it depends how much work he's got going. And then, yeah, I'll be looking to start the series around the 23rd to the 25th of June. So I know that is a fair ways away from right now, but I think, you know, from his previous work on intros and thumbnails for me, it's definitely worth the wait. But yeah, then the plan for that series is to release Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say. Straw poll, straw poll, straw poll. Go and vote on the straw poll. That is the place for it, for the vote. And yeah, as I said, if your faction from these four isn't the winner, then fear not, I'll probably cover it at a later date. And if the faction you really want to see, I know a lot of you guys want to see Northern Dunedain or the Ardenine, because the Ardenine, where are they? They start off in the water, and you can basically, they're a horde, so you can take a lot of you guys are saying sail them up here and then settle in the clans of Nebwaith and take all that territory and then go for a crazy campaign through there. I will definitely cover them at some point, and they will 100% be on the next poll. They just didn't, unfortunately, make the cut this time. But next poll, for sure, they'll be included. And, yeah, that's that. But, yeah, same goes with all other factions. You know, eventually, I'd like to get through all of them. Then I'd probably like to look to revisit some of the factions I've already covered, because unless there's been a crazy overhaul to an existing faction, I'm not, like, I know one or two people saying redo the Elves of Lorien campaign. Unless they've had a massive overhaul. I mean, obviously I did that on the Moz submod, not Divide and Conquer, so there's probably a fair few changes. But yeah, I'd rather check out new factions first. I know Snow Orcs, the Orcs of Gundabad, that was another top choice. So possibly next time it could be Orcs of Gundabad, Ardenine. You guys want to see Northern Dunedain as well, although I've technically already done that with a Free Peoples of Eriador campaign, but I know they've had a whole rework and what have you. And then Dorwinion or the Anduin Vale seem pretty popular as well. A lot of votes for them. But yes, we'll see what happens next time. But finally, one final reminder: Angmar, High Elves, Run, or Dwarves of Eridlun. Vote away, and winner will be announced on the 15th, with the series hopefully starting a week later. Until then, ciao for now.